You know who made it. You know who made it. You know who made it.
What is going on, Gamble Factory family? We are back. It's your boy ZROB. We got Coach T Posey, of course, ready to talk some Thursday night football between the Jaguars and the Saints. I don't know how great of a game it'll be. It should be a competitive one. Let me go ahead and refresh the game total. It looks like we got a 40 game total. That's down from when it opened at 45, apparently. So it should be a grinded out, kind of messy kind of game. I kind of like these. It makes you really think when you're putting together slips. It's not easy, and I feel like a lot of times when it's not easy and you really got to kind of like dig deep for the research on the props, it usually tends out to work sometimes in our favor. So as long as a game gives us some offense and stays competitive, I think we're going to be looking pretty good tonight. Tyler, how are you feeling about tonight?
Yeah, I do think we'll get a competitive game, which is always fun. The low total is odd, or not. I guess it's not terribly odd because it's a Thursday night, and most of those games are. Saints have a pretty good defense overall. The Jaguars have a really good run defense. So why I do think that the scores are kind of low, it's mostly because no one can score in the red zone type of thing. Like where I don't think that the teams are going to have a ton of trouble just moving the ball and getting absolutely nothing. I think we'll see some yardage given up. It's just that the touchdowns may be sparse, and especially if Vegas has bumped it from 45 down to 40, I think they are seeing the same things we are.
Yeah, I agree. Tyler sounds like a robot according to Ivan. He doesn't sound like that on my end, guys, so let me know if he
Why
still
does this
does
do that
that.
all the time?
So hopefully he doesn't continue to sound like that. But also, fun fact, Tyler is 50% robot, so that's probably why. Um, now we can go ahead and get started off. I'll start us off first. I'm gonna go to probably my favorite prop of the day, and I really should stop using the term favorite because I feel like that's like they like the robot voice. But usually the term favorite is like instant chalk. I feel like because like the slips that we've gotten really close to, it's always like our favorite prop that doesn't cash. But it's Chris Olave today for me. He's the top target for Derek Carr. He's gotten over 10 targets in 4 or 6 games, and not receiving yards. I actually changed to targets. But he's gotten over 10 targets in 4 or 6 games. The Jags have a pretty good run defense, but they've given it up through the air at one of the highest clips in the NFL. They're also without their cornerback Tyson Campbell, who probably would have been matched up with Chris Olave a good portion of it. So I mean that just means that a backup cornerback's going to be guarding Chris tonight, so he'll have an easier time. This target is already bumped on Underdog to 8, so we're getting good value at 7.5. I really wouldn't be surprised if Chris gets at least 10 targets tonight. So, Tyler, you like Chris tonight?
Dude, I love Chris tonight. I played him in my slip I posted this morning at 4.5 receptions. Obviously, that's been bumped currently to 5. I just don't see how they kind of slim down. The Jags have been absolutely shredded through the air all year, and I don't think that changes tonight. Anytime Olave's gotten that 5 reception mark, he's hit that 10 target mark. So I think the targets are too low. Underdog's already bumped him. We're getting great value.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no-brainer for me.
Yep. Yes, sir. All right, what you got?
I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara over 4.5 receptions.
Yeah.
I really like this prop as well. You got to look at the Jaguars' rushing defense, and they're like top 3 in the league. They're not allowing a lot on the ground. So if they're wanting to get Kamara involved, which I do think they want to, we're talking you got to find some way to use him in the passing game. Jaguars actually are 5th in the league in rushing yards. So they're going to have to even the ball in space in terms of just receiving. Kamara's played 3 games. He's got an 11 or 13 receptions in game 1. He only had 3 in game 2 against the Patriots, but they blew him out 34-0.
Yeah.
It's not like you need a lot of work there. It was kind of pointless. Then they played another close game last week to the Texans and lost, and had 7 receptions on 8 targets. He's been extremely efficient with his targets as well. So some of you may see with targets had just 1 more, and that's why we didn't go that because he's already been very efficient. I just think Kamara is too involved in his offense to get him phased out just because Jaguars' run defense is so good. His odds have gone up significantly throughout the day. They were actually favored under 4.5 receptions, or I would have taken this earlier. But now they're already back to minus 120 over, and I think that continues to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like his targets, and if they eventually bump, you can go right to his receiving yards at 30.5, I believe it is, or 32.5, and play that because I like everything Kamara. You also look at the Jaguars running back defense for passes, and they are 3rd most. They've given up 39 receptions in 6 games. So a very far cry from their top tier run defense on running backs. They're giving up over 6 reception games to running backs. So that's how you attack the Jaguars, just through the air and dump off passes to Kamara. So I'm on that one all day, and at 4.5 is just too low.
Yeah, no, I can't ever go wrong with Kamara catching balls, man. That dude always racks them up, it seems like. So, yeah, before we go on, you guys do us a favor. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you're subbed. We are very, very close to 1K, and we would love to hit it this weekend. It'll be a party when we do. So just go ahead and do that for us. I love the Kamara prop. Love the Olave prop. So if we're taking 2 guys that are getting production through the air, we probably should take a pass catcher. And I really like Derek Carr's pass yards today. It's at 238. He has a matchup with the Jags again. We talked about it already. They've given it up through the air. 4 of 6 quarterbacks have gone over 280 yards against him. And the 2 misses are Anthony Richardson and Desmond Ridder. 2 guys who aren't going to usually light it up like that. So, also Derek Carr, I mean, he got hurt week 3. So if you're looking at like his last few game logs, it doesn't look amazing. But you got to think, he got hurt in week 3, hurt his shoulder. Week 4 and 5, they were still talking about him being banged up. Week 6, there was less talk about him being hurt. And guess what? He threw 50 times for 353 yards. So everything's pointing to him being a little bit back healthy. He doesn't even have to have an amazing game. I mean, 238 yards isn't a big number, especially against a team that has given it up through the air all year. It's a great correlated pair with Olave and Kamara. So if those guys are both going to hit, Derek Carr will be a free square, basically. I mean, that's how you can look at it. So it's going to be really weird for Kamara and Olave to both hit if Carr doesn't throw the ball 35 times and hit his pass yards also. So
Yeah, definitely love that one as well. Like we've already talked about it too. Like Jaguars are giving up almost 1,700 passing yards in the 6 games, which is only 30 off of the horrendous Denver Broncos. So anytime you're compared or getting close to the Denver Broncos in terms of passing yards, then you've probably done your thing and
Yeah.
you're not good at it. So love that one as well. All right, let's move over to Travis Etienne's receiving yards. Another one that I really like. I don't know why, but I'm on the running backs receiving yards tonight. Hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But Etienne's been heavily involved in the passing game the entire season. He's shown that he's can catch the ball in space and move. He's gotten at least 3 targets in every single game and 5 in several more. He's covered his 19.5 prop in 4 of the 6 games. One of the misses was just 17. So they've been very effective in his receiving work. The Saints are also another team that's really good against the running back position in terms of rushing, but have given up at a slightly better rate through the air to these running backs. They've given up about 4 catches per game to opposing running backs and almost 30 yards a game. ETN is, again, just kind of too good of a pass catcher for this line to be this low, especially in a close game where, additionally, Trevor Lawrence was kind of banged up already coming into this game. We didn't know if he was going to play. We didn't get that news for an hour ago, maybe, or something like that Trevor Lawrence was officially going to be in. So I think even being banged up, it's more likely that he does have an additional check down or two. And I think that's to ETM because he's going to get all the work anyway. So really like what he brings here. And I do think the Saints are really good against the run as well as the Jags. And so finding ways to get your running back the ball through the air is going to be of high priority to the Jaguars and to the Saints. But for ETN, to me, it's the receiving yards at 19.5. So love that play. I don't know why it's at 19.5. I think it should be closer to 25 and a half, somewhere in that range. So I love that play. I think that one is another easy over.
Yeah, no, I like it too, especially with Trevor being banged up. I mean, I feel like he's still got to be pretty banged up if they were waiting until today. I think he still has to go through warm-ups to officially be declared active, so I don't even know if he's 100% being confirmed in. I just know they said that he probably is going to be.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play, then I like the receiving yard prop even more for Travis. Is it C.J. Beathard? Is that who the back?
Beathard, Beathard, whatever you call him.
However you say his name.
Yeah.
If he's playing, he's gonna probably target Travis even more. So, or if Trevor gets hurt in a game and he has to come in, then look to some checkdowns or screens to Travis. So,
yeah,
I like it a lot. Got a couple questions in chat. Field goals? No. No. It is really enticing. I looked at them and I wanted to take the field goal prop, but they're favored under for some reason, which surprised me. I don't like going against the books. It just doesn't usually work out. More often than not. LMAO, it's not pronounced like the R word. I don't know what that is. Saints will get to the red zone and stall out. Yeah, that's what they did. They've done all year, so I kind of like it. Giveaway when we hit 1K subs, Carly asked. Maybe? It's a good idea. And we got a bunch of Shaheed fantasy scores. I don't think we're taking Shaheed in this slip, but we both talked about him. We both liked him. His odds are really good right now. So, Tyler, or do you want to do your last one, or you want me to go?
I don't think it matters.
All right, I'll go.
Yes. Oh, Ron Burgundy. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I know how it's pronounced. I just think it's more funny to say Beathard. So there you go. Go ahead.
Beat hard. Anyways, my last prop, and I know it doesn't really correlate with this Travis prop a lot, or I think Tyler's last prop he's going to take. It's going to be an under on Trevor Lawrence's fantasy score. I would go fantasy score specifically, not his pass yards, because his pass yards is going to be even worse correlation. But anyways, like we were just talking about, he has a left knee sprain. He's been limited all week in practice. He is supposed to start tonight, but he's not 100% locked in, I believe, yet. So he's obviously still having some issues with that knee, which I think is going to completely, maybe not completely, but mostly limit his rushing upside. He's usually good for like 2 or 3 fantasy points on the ground, at least so far this year. So you're taking that away already. His passing yard prop is at 219 right now. So that's not even 10 fantasy points right there, according to the books. He's going to have to throw at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, in order to go over this. If he has no rushing upside today, he could very well throw an interception. The Saints have forced 8 interceptions on the year. So I think it could be likely. I don't know. I didn't see earlier if there's any odds out on Trevor Lawrence to throw an interception earlier. But I really, it'd be hard for him to hit this fantasy score line without throwing for like 250 yards or possibly even having to throw 3 touchdowns. So if you think he's going to throw for over 2 touchdowns, you probably don't want to take this play. Obviously you want to take that pass rush and receiving touchdown prop that they have. But I think he throws for maybe 1. If he throws for 2, I still think he probably goes over unless he's just slinging the ball a lot. But I don't think he will, and I think Tyler, he kind of liked it too. So
Yeah, I think New Orleans only has given up the 8th fewest touchdowns in the red zone all year. So another good sign that you get down tight and it's just really tough to score on.
All right, sounds good.
Boom. And then the last one is going to be Christian Kirk. I like several different props of Christian Kirk, and I know it doesn't correlate really well to the Trevor Lawrence under, but Trevor Lawrence under is kind of tied to touchdowns anyway, so I don't really think it matters that much. I'm going to take his receiving yards at 52.5. I really like his receptions at 4.5. Obviously, Prizepicks has that bumped, so you don't really, or you can't really play that. But it's still such a good prop. You look at the Saints, and yeah, their defense is really good. They've given up the 5th fewest passing yards per game this season, but they've not really played a talented quarterback, and they really, really limit wide receivers that line up out wide. Now, you look at Christian Kirk, he's run 75% of his routes from the slot. And especially since Zay Jones has been out, he's even taken more of a role in that slot and Zay Jones is out today. So I think Kirk's ability to run from the slot over 75% of his routes is a huge plus. The Saints have given up the 3rd highest target share to people, to slot receivers, over 37%. So I think Kirk is going to be heavily involved throughout the game, especially with the Saints' inability to cover the slot as well as they cover the outside receivers. And with Kirk, he's already hit his yardage in every game but 1 this year. So I don't see any way where they are able to really just limit him. And especially since they're so bad against the slot. I should say, too. For game 1, Indianapolis kind of shut him down game 1. But yeah, so he's 14 targets, 6 targets, 12 targets, 8 targets, 6 targets, and now he's got the Saints team that just gives up a ton to the slots. So if you want to take his targets, I kind of liked it too, but I just think even without needing the targets, he's just really efficient with his catches, so he can get over that 52 yards without it.
As you're talking about the man, he gets bumped 2 receiving yards.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works. Do you still like it at 54.5? I mean, it doesn't really change too much for you, right?
I don't think it changes a ton. I still think I'm going to play it.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets bumped like 6 to 8 yards, then that's like, all right, that's probably another reception worth, and something else might be worth looking into. But just a 2-yard bump, I'm not personally worried about it. So.
Yeah, I just think with the Saints' propensity to give up yards to the slots receivers, and it's not that big of a deal for 2 yards.
All right. So this is what we're going to go with. You guys feel free to ask any questions. Make sure you like and subscribe while you are in here. It definitely helps us out. We're so close to 1K, and that's all thanks to you guys. So if you could get us there, we would seriously appreciate it. So this is a slip. It's pulled up on the screen, as you guys can see. We'll answer some questions. Do you like 0.5 rushing yards for Derek Carr? It's funny you asked that. I asked Tyler about that right before stream, and I really wanted to play it. He's going to get like 1, maybe 2 carries. The only thing that worries me is, like, I know he's hit this like 4 or 6 this season, but freaking Taysom Hill is there to vulture those quarterback sneaks and stuff like that. So I do like the over. I played it actually on Underdog, but is Taysom Hill getting a passing yard, Tyler?
He's going to get probably one toss of the football. So, I mean, he's got, I think, one toss in 4 of the 6 games, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is what it was. And I think he's completed all of them.
Yeah, so.
So if you think he throws it, then yeah, I mean, he's going to get a yard. Who knows if he's ever going to throw it.
I think he probably gets a pass tonight. I mean, it's Thursday night. We should see something a little weird. So
yeah, that's true. Something's got to go weird on Thursday night. You might as well let Taysom throw it 5 times. Let's get him 5.
Let's take Derek Carr out for the third quarter and let Taysom play.
Yeah, let's just get real weird.
Let's not talk about that because that crap's going to actually happen. We have Derek Carr. DMP or cash sounds like a good chance. I think it won't DMP because he'll play in the second half, regardless of if he throws the ball or not. So,
Torrance, I think it'll be low scoring just because I do think both offenses kind of can move it a little bit. But I think with the red zone struggles of the teams,
Trevor Lawrence just bumped down to 15.5.
We got it in, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
That is a big fantasy score bump. My gosh.
Huge value there, boys.
Holy, don't take the under at 15.5 anymore. That's terrible value now. I mean, 1.5, that's a lot.
Thank you, Prizepicks, for tuning in and listening and getting in our chat. I hope you guys like and sub to the stream just like all of our other guys. But Prizepicks, I'm really glad you joined in with us. That's 2 of our props you've bumped now. Thank you.
Yeah, Prizepicks, you gotta like and subscribe if you're in here, man. Come on now. That's crazy. That's 1.5 is pretty big for a fantasy score prop. You don't usually see that too often.
Man, that's significant, man.
Yeah, like
wow.
Because I can't recommend playing that anymore. So I still wouldn't take the over just because I don't really trust Trevor. But
what's a sub?
It's that sandwich you get at Subway or Quiznos, whatever you got. Ingram reception.
It's just like,
that's a huge bump down. To be fair, 17 was crazy. That is true.
It really was kind of crazy, honestly. Yeah. So your boy Alex asked about Josh Allen sacks.
Ooh, yep. I wanted to take it. I was considering him or Trevor Lawrence. So I think a good substitute would be that Josh Allen sacks. I mean, why is it not pulling up? I mean, is it not there anymore?
He said substitute, not a sandwich. What's a good substitute?
I'm just messing. Yeah, the Josh Allen sack, if it's still there, I just typed it in and it looked like it wasn't. It's not there anymore?
Yeah,
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I like him to get a sack tonight. Derek Carr has been sacked, I think, I looked it up, I think he's averaging like 3 sacks a game or something like that. Josh Allen's a sack machine. The Saints they're pretty injured on the offensive line too. I think like both sides of their offensive line, they're like down 2 people, maybe 3. So yeah, no, I like Josh Allen to record a sack tonight. He's also favored slightly over too. That'd be my substitute for the Trevor Lawrence play.
Yeah, good. I can't remember how you say his name. Is it Allergy?
I believe so.
I don't remember. He did it one time in chat. He said he just got it in right for the bump. I'm hoping that most of you guys did.
I refreshed the page, so let me pull up our slips again. I mean, 2 plays have been bumped, so actually, was it? No, wait, we took Olave at 7.5 receiving targets. That'll be bumped next too, I think.
Yeah, I think that one bumps. I can see if Kamara keeps trending in the right direction, I can see his receptions getting bumped eventually.
What else did we take? ETN.
Yeah, Alex, we took his reception for Kamara just because he's only not caught 2 passes the entire year. So his efficiency's been so good. I don't want him to have to catch another ball with his 90+% efficiency on catches already.
If you're just getting in here, there's only 2 things that haven't been bumped. I guess I can put Kirk back up here too because we're not really worried about his bump. But we did Olave 7.5 targets, Carr pass yards, Kamara receptions, ETN receiving yards, and Kirk receiving yards. We took Trevor Lawrence under 17 fantasy score, and it's 15.5 now. So don't take that anymore. Let's go. How many subs are we at?
Like 942.
942. You guys are turning up. There's 107 of you. Dang, dude. I guess every person in here is subscribed. So.
I guess so, yeah. No, 33 likes and 107 people, though. That kind of math is not that great. So let's 50% this at least. Man, let's get up to 50 likes or something.
Let's do it.
Crank that up a little bit. I know I think the percentage is like if you get 50% of people liking the stream that's here on the stream, I think your odds go up on hitting the slip by another 50%. So I would try it. I mean, it's great logic. Yeah, it's great logic. Also, I have a math degree, so I mean.
Yeah, it has to be true. You have a master's in it, right?
No, not a master's in math, but I do have a bachelor's in math.
Also, basketball is right around the corner, guys. It is Tuesday, correct?
Tuesday, first games.
Dude, I am absolutely stoked. I know you guys are too, so we will have a live stream that day. I'm not sure the exact time yet. Probably around the usual, like 12:30 Central or 2:40 Central, whatever. Lawrence under 1.5 touchdowns. I like it. I don't think he's scoring twice tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I wonder if there's odds out for Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I know earlier he just had like pass yards up. Oh yeah, there is. He is minus 200 under 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good.
His yards at a lot of books are 215. What's his interceptions? He's not favored to throw an interception, but that's okay. That under touchdown prop is insane though.
Carly says, for the giveaway prize, I'd like to have an autographed photo of Tyler and Zach together, but like an awkward family photo style bit.
Like the Step Brothers photo? We can do that.
Yeah, we could, like, do a little Gamble Factory t-shirt.
Ooh, that is true, guys. The Gamble Factory merch may be on the way very soon, so. Just saying.
This little teaser. Nothing, nothing official.
Skeeto said he can only do combos. Give me the best. That sucks. You're in Alabama probably then. Nothing wrong with Alabama. I'm just saying that sucks that you can only play combos.
Yeah, I don't know about any combos since I didn't look at them.
I haven't looked. I can refresh the optimizer and tell you if there's anything there.
Yeah, it was Wisdom Warrior said Shaheed is one big catch away from going over to Season 12. We talked about Shaheed before the stream started. We both like him at 2.5 catches, and I think his yards are probably fine. Fantasy score is probably fine. Yeah. Like he's in a good spot.
Yeah, I like him. He was favored pretty good over 2.5 receptions, so I think that was my favorite prop on him. I actually took it earlier too, so.
Yeah, Ivan said they took Trevor 1.5 passes down. That's smart because it was super favored under.
Yeah, guys, we got that value locked in.
It's a 6-man Fabian. We just lost this. We lost one of our props due to them taking it fantasy score a lot. Man, that's a great value. Like I think I've had 5 of my props that we've talked about in here / what I've taken over on Prizepicks already this morning, bumped already. So the value's there. We just need to get our guys to perform. In the case of Trevor, not perform.
Respect the coin. That's what they need to do. I'm just refreshing the optimizer, seeing if anything's standing out. Nothing's standing out for me for whoever asked about the combos, so. Let's make money tonight. Yes, sir.
Fabian said, let's go chat, like and sub, and let's make money. All those are great points. Fabian is a goat.
All right. Well, looks like we are probably about to get out of here. We will be back Saturday night, hopefully.
Yep.
Like the usual. And then again, Sunday night for the Sunday night football game. Actually, we'll have 4 days in a row. Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday because of basketball.
You'll get us 4 days in a row for sure.
I don't know what we might have to take a break Wednesday from basketball. That'll be a full basketball slate. I don't know, but we'll see. But we're gonna get out of here, guys. Appreciate you for coming in, hopping in with us, hanging out. It's a lot of fun. We love doing this for you guys. Make sure you like and sub on your way out. Get us to 1K. We're so close. Tyler, any last words?
Get us to 1K. Get us this cash, and let's eat.
Let's eat. See you guys.